This is one of Martin's favorite songs. Precious Lord, take my hand. Bear with us. Precious Lord, take my hand. Lead me home. Let me stay. I'm so tired. I get so weak. I get so through the storms, through the lead me home to the light. Just take my hands, precious Lord, and lead me, just lead me on. I said, with my worry, with my precious Lord, linger, and when my life is all take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me, just lead me, just lead me, just lead me, Jesus, lead me
short poem, and this one is called Dream Dust, and Monique Barnes is also an AmeriCorps volunteer, and she's going to share that brief poem with us. Monique.
Okay.
Just a reminder, in just a few minutes, the silent auction and the 50-50 raffle will be closing, so if you still wanted a chance, then please go back and take care of it.
Gather out of stardust, earth dust, cloud dust, storm dust, and splinters of hell. One handful of dream dust, not for sale.
Hey, this time when you were walking in this morning, there were some young people going around. You had some pieces of paper at your table and some pens, and they asked you, I have a dream, and they asked you, what is your dream for this community, for your family, for the world? And so we're just going to take a few minutes right now because we're gathered here to celebrate the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and his legacy. And it started with a dream, and it didn't end with just the dream. He took it further and told us that, okay, we can dream about it, but then the next step is moving our feet and that call to action to what are we going to do about it and how are we going to make that dream and that beloved community come to fruition here. So we're just going to take a couple minutes here just to talk about, we're not going to read all of them, but I just wanted to hear, as we celebrate, what are the dreams of the people gathered here to get together. So we have Tristan, and she is also an AmeriCorps volunteer, and this is a National Day of Service. This is a call to a day on and not a day off. And so the AmeriCorps are one of the volunteers, and then obviously the Key Club is here also doing some service to their community.
Hi, everybody. Hi. So, like you said, I couldn't read all of them, but they were all really awesome, so I kind of just went through and picked up.
Bring the mic closer.
Sorry. I picked some of the ones I thought were pretty, well, they all were really good, but the ones that kind of summed up everyone. So some people kind of dreamed for a stoplight here in front. Someone's dream was to be an inspiration to others. A dream to reduce homelessness. Good health for 2014. Travel to space. Someone even dreamed to be Justin Bieber. Pretty good.
Hold the mic closer to your mouth.
Sorry, can you hear me? Okay.
Really loud.
My dream is to continue to live a life that is pleasing to God. I have a dream that one day people would forget prejudice and just think about helping others to live a good life. I have a dream that all Americans, all people of the world, will be equal one day, that love will shine on all. And this one I thought was really interesting. It's a dream that she already lived. It says, I dreamed that one day I would see all my children graduate, and I did. So I thought that was like I said, they were all really good, but this was a
If you could just take a minute, the other AmeriCorps volunteers and also the Pahrump Valley High School Key Club, if you guys are out there, if you can please stand a minute and please join me in saying thank you to these youth. So today, and following up with honoring our youth who have made a decision to get out there and volunteer in their community and to follow that dream of Dr. Martin Luther King. We have a couple youth volunteer awards that we wanted to give out this morning. And the first one, I'd like to invite Jill Smith to come up front, please. And this is a nomination that came in for Jill in honor of the community service that she does here. It says, I truly believe that Jill Smith is a great leader in our community, both for youth and adults. Jill has been a volunteer in the community since before I can remember. Jill has taken on her own personality and passion for volunteering for her community. She has been and is still involved in the community through many things, such as sports, the National Junior Honor Society, Student Council, and the Nye Communities Coalition Youth Organization. Jill stays busy with school and sports, but she always finds time to volunteer for community events. Jill has volunteered in many different events around the community, such as the canned food drives, Kick Butts Day, the community cleanup days, the Hope Run, Red Ribbon Weeks, Easter picnics, Read It Out, back-to-school fairs, and many others. Jill is a team player, and she is a great youth role model for her peers. I know that Jill will be successful in her future, and that her volunteering will always help her. And the certificate reads, "This is a volunteer award awarded to Jill Smith for answering the call to service in her community." And a quote by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" I'd like to invite the Pahrump Valley High School Key Club members that are here this morning. You guys can come on up to the stage. And this is the nomination that came in for the Pahrump Valley Key Club. The Pahrump Valley High School Key Club is made up of students from 9th grade to 12th grade at Pahrump Valley High School, plus a student who is homeschooled. We are co-sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Pahrump. This group of young people spend many hours volunteering throughout Pahrump. And it was hard to pick just one outstanding member, so at this time, we would like to recognize them as a group. So let's start with who we are. We are students who are dedicated to volunteering and helping others. We expect nothing in return except a smile and a thank you. We work with any group who needs our help. And this year we have helped celebrate Pastor Davis and Church of the Harvest by helping serve dinner and cleaning up. The VFW and their USO show, where we ran backstage crew, and they helped sell raffles to support their food banks. The powwow was on the list as we cooked for the crew and helped sell raffles. And of course, we were there when Kiwanis needed our help with their yard sales and whenever or what they need. Our crew is always on hand the last week of the month for the chamber to get the newspapers out. And one of our greatest events is the bell ringing for the Salvation Army. We spent Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays ringing bells all day Saturday, over 100 in total, raising over $5,000 for them. So if you look around today, you can see our members were busy serving breakfast to those who wanted to help, working the auction table, and just being friendly and helping wherever was needed. In today's age, it's hard to find youngsters, never mind a group of them, that are dedicated to helping out as these youngsters are. So we have served this year over 400 hours. So it is my honor and pleasure to serve as their Kiwanis advisor. So please help me in thanking and recognizing these youngsters for all their hard work and community service, the Pahrump Valley High School Key Club. Thank you.
Great job, young people.
And at this time, the silent auction and the 50-50 raffle is closed. And I have a Pastor John Biggs who is going to come up and offer us a prayer for our young people.
First, don't flash.